man, them dudes shave everything
off, yeah.
Bruh, that boy head was slicker than, man, I was like, man,
that whole stuff with Michael Jordan shaving his head, that's stuff that the Most High didn't want us to do, because that's
right.
You can see him, bro. When you look at him, you like, man, this dude ain't got a lick of hair on his face, man. I mean, he had his eyebrows, but this dude was babied all over.
And that's an Egyptian tradition.
That's this tradition.
That's an ancient tradition that they still kept.
Bruh.
They don't believe in keeping their hair. Now, the Philistines had flat tops. They would shave everything around. Well, what's that? Grace Jones, the model?
Yeah, Grace Jones.
Was she a...
No, but I don't know if she was, but she had that style.
Yeah, that box.
But that box style that she had, that's a Philistine haircut. Because the Philistines, they shaved everything off, and then they had the flat top. Because Jake rocked the flat top, but the shaved on the side, they didn't understand it's a Philistine hairstyle.
Yeah.
That was not something that we're supposed to do.
Right. Yeah. And you see why, man, that there's a distinction between Jake and Egypt, man. I mean, some of those Egyptians, you could actually mistake them for a Jake, man.
Yeah, you can.
In their face, you kind of be like, ah, man.
Like KG.
Yeah.
KG looked like an Egyptian.
Yeah, KG looked like an Egyptian. Because man,
Kevin Garnett looked like an Egyptian.
Yep.
Like if he went to Nigeria, they think he's a Hausa.
If he went to Egypt, they think he was an Egyptian, bro. Because he as tall as he is, bro, and the way he look in his face.
But when they see his energy though,
when they see his spirit, it'll change.
They be like, something ain't right about this guy because he kind of too lively, too spirited.
Yeah, because that's a scripture in there talking about the Hebrew women. The Hebrew women a lot.
You can get it right now. Exodus 11:7.
Yeah, because
you got these pro-black Israelites. They base everything on outward appearance.
Right.
So it's like if that's the case, then everybody that has so-called melanin is Israel.
Right.
And that's what these guys, Hebrews to Negroes, tries to do. Everybody that's got dark skin on the planet. We were talking about him earlier.
Right.
They're blind. They're Israelites. Well, what about people that are so-called white-skinned?
Right.
Or have slanted eyes, or whatever you want to say, that you don't deem as Israelite characteristics.
Right.
You know?
Is it
Exodus 11:7?
Well, 11:7 is the difference.
11.
It must be 7.
Is that you said a difference? I thought that was it.
Well, no.
Difference in the children of Israel?
It says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between Egyptian and Israel.
Okay, yeah.
But I was talking about the women.
The woman is like in the early part.
Yeah.
But
that's good. That's good.
That's good. I wanted that one too.
Yeah, the difference between the Israel and Egypt, man. Because you can if you were just looking on the outward appearance, you could make a mistake. But you see,
what happened? It happened to Moses and it happened to Paul.
Yeah. They told him, they said, "Art thou not that Egyptian?"
Yeah.
And thou speakest Greek. So I mean,
Yeah, we're mistaken because of the fact, but the Most High put a difference in our people's from a spiritual level.
Right.
For one, we inherited, we're the seed of Jacob.
Yeah.
But even though we look like them, if you look at them pictures of the old school relics of Ramses and Nefertiti, they look like Jakes.
Yeah.
No, I mean they definitely look like Jakes.
Hey, looking at them full lips and everything, man, you're
like Ramses looked like a football player, like in the little statue they show him on. Like, damn, dude, look like you a football player or something. But no, he's an Egyptian. You know. But our people hold on to that old Egypt because that's a vibration that's been put on us going back to Egypt. That's why Jake is running, even of the northern tribes. People don't know that, man. The northern kingdom is into that Egypt stuff too. They just don't do that Kemet out in the front.
Right.
They be doing that pyramid stuff in their homes, naming their kids Ramses and Nefertiti and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I had a woman, a manager that I had named the kids after these Egyptian gods and deities and stuff. They do that. Why is that? Because they still remember that time. It's like a past life.
Right.
They remember that vibration when they get back on the earth of clinging to that same thing. You know? See,
they love, man. Our people love to do things that's contrary to the truth. It's like they gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when Balaam came to the Midianites and the Moabites and told them, y'all want to know how to bring these children of Israel down? Say, do this. Get your daughters and put them with them sons of Israel and get them to worship your gods, and you'll have victory over them for a short period of time. And they did it. And when you read it inside the book of, I think that's the book, not Numbers, but I mean it's in the book of Josephus. It goes into detail a little bit more as to how they were doing it. And when you look at it, man, the Moabites and Midianites, they were just prostituting their daughters, man. They prostituted them, did all that stuff to them Jakes, and man, them Jakes was gone in their minds, man. It was like, we don't want to be with you no more. Jake was running after the Midianites and the Moabites, man. And even one of the Simeonites, man, I think his name was Kazi or something like that. One of the Simeonite brothers, he was a leader in Simeon. Man, that dude brought one of the Midianites in, and javelin got put in his abdomen, man. I think one of the priest's sons killed him.
Yeah.
So, man, these nations, man, and our people, man. The nations know where our power lies, and our people, they have forgotten where their power lies at, man.
Yeah.
And so what they do, they basically feed upon our weakness, man, and they want to keep you in the weakness so that they can have that foothold, that foot on your backs, man.
Yeah, that's why they set up a spiritual minefields in Babylon to basically try and take you down every which way you go. Get that you wanted that one's in there. Exodus 1 and 19 because it's in the early part. You want to get to the Hebrew woman.
Oh, it's 1 and 19.
Yeah.
This is Exodus 1 and 19. Yeah. And the midwife said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively. Hey, man.
And now they're lively in a bad way. Most of our, it's just destructive. When you turn that energy the opposite way into the way of this world, it's extremely destructive. Just look at the state of our people. That's all you got to say.
Right. It's very destructive, man. When you go into that righteous peace, man, it's a very powerful peace.
Yeah.
Because, man, if you just think of how the Israelite man is going to be in his glory, man, those women are going to reap benefits as well in that time too.
Well, it should be set up like that. That's why a woman of knowledge and of understanding of this should understand the importance of uplifting her man.
Right.
Of being a cheerleader, for her man.
That's right.
Because if you understand the value of fine gold and of precious that he has the potential to be, you're going to benefit from that. You don't want to be a woman that's out there. You the one making the. You don't want to be the one that's taking care of a so-called bum in terms of
Right.
Most sides set up queens, set up kings.
That's it.
That's right.
It's the same way it is. See, there's no queens in Israel.
None.
Yeah, there wasn't any queens in Israel.
And the importance of man. So we can go ahead and finish off and go to Matthew 26.
Matthew 26.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 26.
That's right, man. And what you just said, that was a good way to close it, being that we coming up on Mother's Day.
Come on, that's
beautiful.
That's good, yeah, because Mother's Day and all that stuff, that's all set up as from goddess worship.
Right.
Anyway, so
where Yahweh Shai told the lady that told him, blessed is the paps. Blessed is the wound and the paps of the woman.
And he said, yea, rather, blessed are they what? Hear the word of the Lord.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yep, that's right.
That's what it is. So yeah, we got a woman and this so-called holiday, which is not recognized in the scriptures.
Right.
Y'all gonna be pushing your mom. You're gonna be uplifting your mom even more than she already needs. She's already at a diva level. Right. Try and uplift your man, but that's a whole other subject.
Yeah, that goes back to the idol worshiping and all that stuff too. Right. Way back in Babylonian.
Yeah, because when Father's Day come around, it's Father's Day for me too, because I'm the father and the dad.
Right.
So you can't even win even on this.
Nah, not at all.
Oh yeah. So this is Matthew 26 and 6. And it came to pass when Yahweh Shai finished all these 26 and 6. Now when Yahweh Shai was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold much and given to the poor. When Yahweh Shai understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath brought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in this that she had poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this woman have done be told for a memorial of her. Right. And with that, we'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.